I think a huge thing is just accepting the fact that I call it embracing the suck. It's gonna suck a lot in the beginning, this business or anything that's worthwhile, but ultimately, the juice is worth the squeeze.
First and foremost, Simon, I want you to, because you talk to so many people on the phone, I want you to talk about some of the obstacles that you see day in and day out. There's patterns with people, right?
Yeah.
And I know I'm putting you on the spot a little bit, but I feel like you got really good insights to people that you talk to on the phone that either join or don't join, that you see to be successful or that end up, just doing the same thing over and over again in your life. What are some of those patterns you see, and what are some of the things that you would advise?
Well, just to kind of go with what you were saying before, I think too many people, like you were saying, people are like, I'm not passionate about this, not passionate about this.
Yeah.
We were just talking about this morning, and we just had a pretty brutal leg workout this morning. And we were just talking about, like, we're limping from the gym, and it sucks, and we were just talking about this in the car on the way to the gym. It's like, I hate going to the gym every day.
Yeah.
Hate it. But I go because I want the results from the gym. And just kind of like what you were saying, too many people, I think, are focused on what they want to do and not enough on what the end result they're trying to get. So, it's kind of like what Cardone always says. What does he say? He says, too many people think that it's like, do what you love and you'll become successful, when the reality is you'll become successful, or it's become successful first, and chances are you'll end up loving it. You know what I mean? Something like that. So I think a huge thing is just accepting the fact that I call it embracing the suck. It's going to suck a lot in the beginning, this business or anything that's worthwhile, but ultimately, the juice is worth the squeeze, So that's one big thing. Mindset is another thing. People come to this group with a lot of bad habits, a lot of bad thinking patterns, me included when I started. One of them is well, there's a lot of them, but procrastinating, not being decisive, just being lazy. Again, it's all based on, you got to just decide what you want and be willing to do whatever it takes to get what you want, ultimately.
What's your thoughts on that, Josh?
I think I've studied this. I've studied you. I've studied ePays. I've studied Corey Longs. And I think that life is about execution and not passion, right? Passion will come with the execution. So that's what I've really came up with the last few years, is that you guys aren't doing it because you're passionate about that one thing. You really just put execution behind everything. And then once that happens, then that passion shows up. What, beating your brother or doing this or doing that passion shows up with execution. So I think everybody just needs to get off their ass and put action behind it. Take that execution and take that step, and that passion will follow. You start to feel good about yourself because you're taking so much action. You're starting to accomplish stuff, and that passion just comes through.